Hello and welcome to Season 4, Round 2. This is Race on Oz. This is the Pro-Am division. Tonight we are racing at Donington. I hope you're all well on this fine Tuesday evening. I hope you're ready for some good racing as well, because I think we've got a pretty good one for you in store. We had the pro race last week at Donington was fantastic. So I dare say we will see a repeat of that. A little bit about the circuit. It's a 4.02 kilometre, 12 turns. Lots of undulations in this one. Bit of an old school kind of track. Donington, been around for a very long time. Got a full lobby of cars as well, which is fantastic. All 19 tonight. The track, 5 left, 7 right hand turns. Only 12 of them. But it packs a bit of a punch, this circuit, so it's short in stature, but it doesn't lack for on-track action. So we've got the 15-minute qualifying underway. We're looking at HSV12. He's part of the Ignition Control Racing, ICR, in that beautiful orange and blue liveried Mercedes there. So we'll see what he can do. Expected pole times around here, I was having a look in practice, around about the 128 is would get you pretty close to the top. So we'll see how close these guys get there. But yeah, about a 128. So this is HSV. He's obviously done his out lap. He'll start the first time lap. So I dare say that he will be the first one. Oh, there you go. He's done a 158.404. So yeah, this will be his first time lap, his fast lap. Let's have a look at the circuit. So as I was saying, it's a bit of an old school one as you plunge down through Craner's Corner in the old hairpin. So it's a tricky braking zone here. Takes out the poles on his way. That was always going to happen. Up through Starkey Straight. And then there's the right-hander of McLean's. So nice tight lines through there. Using all the track available to him on the exit. Clipping the curb through Coppice, turn 8. And then you'll head along to Starkey Straight. So it's a short blast down there. And you got 9 and 10, which is the left and right-hander, the S's. So really important to get these right down into second gear. And then into the right-hander hairpin, turn 11, which is Melbourne hairpin. Slows the car right down into first gear. It's got traction control set to 3. Looks like he's pulled out of that one, so we might go to someone else. Let's just see who's out there first. It's going to be a little bit random. What about Metal Steel? How is he going? He is also part of Ignition Control Racing, so teammate of HSV. Let's see what he can do. Alright, so looks like he's possibly invalidated his lap somehow. Not too sure. Looks like Big Chopper Dog though has set the fastest time so far. We'll get back to that in a minute. As we see Metal Steel coming around, so he's going to have a crack at his fast lap. Got a few times starting to trickle in now. I'll get to them in a second, I think. Let's have a quick look. A 128 by Big Chopper Dog. So he's set the fast pace at the moment, a 128.8. We'll see who can catch him out there. See a pro driver in there, Wheezy Weston tonight. So he wasn't able to race in the pro race last week. So he's here representing, I think it's Pagnian Next Level Racing in the yellow and red liveried vehicles. So that's how you can tell them apart. All car numbers 200 and above. As we see Metal Steel. He's just coming through Coppice now. Let's see what he can do. Bit of a tricky braking zone here. Got a little bit of a dip in the road. Important to use all the curb that you can. through both of the little chicanes there. Then get your braking right for the Melbourne hairpin. Nice tight line through there. A little bit similar to the Montreal hairpin there. And then this corner here looks a lot easier than it is because the track sort of rises a bit. So when you're in first person view, as he goes a 1:29.8, so good enough for P10. So yeah, when you're in first person view behind the wheel, it can be a little bit tricky because you can't just sort of see above the rise. So it does make it a little bit difficult sometimes. What about this man here, Wheezy Weston? He's yet to set a time. As mentioned, he's representing Pagny Next Level Racing in those yellow and red liveried vehicles. He's in the McLaren tonight. He races Go to Woe as well in a little Maserati, which goes alright. I think he raced in a Lamborghini last season. First season in the pros. So I think he got a podium last time out as well, P2 in round 1. So we'll see what he can do tonight. It was out in Silverstone, Great Britain. So he makes his way through the S's there, 9 and 10. Let's see what he can do. So down the dip, around the hairpin. So he's not on a time lap right now. I will get away from him. Who else do we have out there? 213. Fresh Prince. See if he's on a time at the moment. We're just approaching halfway right now, so most drivers have set a time. Looks like Fresh Prince is getting ready to go for a time lap. One of Wheezy Weston's teammates tonight from Pagny Next Level Racing. Let's see what he can do. So weather won't be a factor. Conditions will stay dry, which I think all the drivers will enjoy. From a spectator view, a little bit of rain every now and then adds a little bit of spice. Fresh Prince runs pretty wide there, so we'll get off him. Who else is out there? So it's Big Chopper Dog. We'll do a quick rundown. Bruise 19 is in P2. Riggsy in P3. HSV Burrow Dog kart number 1. It's just moved down by Haggis X66. Then it's TT, Aaron, and the Branchy. We'll get back to Wheezy. We'll see if he's going to set a time now. We'll see where he's at. Yeah, so he's on a time lap right now. Coming through the Melbourne hairpin. Let's see what sort of time. So 1:28 is the time to beat. A 1:28.8 by Big Chopper Dog. Can this man topple it? Let's have a look. So he gets a nice exit out of there to the last turn. Here goes P2. Oh, 4800ths of a second behind a Big Chopper Dog. Big Chopper Dog in P2. So, and I'm going to sign from the pro driver Wheezy Weston. It's going to give those other two drivers around him, as well as Riggsy and Burrow Dog, a good run for their money. Let's have a look who else is out there. 319, this is Bruise. So he is on a fast lap right now. So Bruise from Gamesman Racing Team. He's currently P3 as we have just under 6 minutes remaining in the session. Oh, okay, he's off. So we'll get back to someone else out there. Who else? Riggsy. Is he on a time lap? No. He might just be setting up. We'll just jump on board with him. We'll see. We'll see if he goes for a hot one. So he's currently P4 right now. So 2/10 behind Big Chopper Dog. So it's pretty close at the top. The top 8 separated by 0.6 of a second. It's Big Chopper Dog on top with Wheezy Weston, Bruise, and this man Riggsy. Really exciting part of the circuit here. The car sort of gets a little bit light and drifts out there to the left. Uses all the exit on the all the track on the exit. And he's coming up the hill, getting ready for 7, which is McLean's. So looking like a pretty tidy lap right now. He's up. Let's see if he can improve and get a little bit further up the odd. He's currently P4 right now. So this will just be the short blast down Starkey Straight. Getting set up for the S's. So using traction control 6. Obviously traction control is allowed in this series. Obviously different drivers, different cars require different settings. It looks like Riggsy's gone for setting number 6. Lost a little bit of time there, braked a little bit too deep into the Melbourne hairpin. I don't know if he can regain enough time to move himself up. No, he can't. So he will remain in P4 as we have just under 4 minutes left in the session. What about Ortec? He is representing Selby Acoustic Racing in that beautiful blue and white livery they have this season. Corporate colours of Selby Acoustic. Coming around the Melbourne hairpin. See what he's got in that beautiful Bentley of his. He's 5/10 up, currently in P11 and gaining more time as well. So he will move up into P4. So nice time from Ortec to move himself up and that Bentley into P4. So the only Bentley in the top 5 there, Burrow Dog in the other one. He's currently P7. Let's have a look at Burrow Dog, see where he's at. He is on a hot lap as well. A few hundredths down. See if he can recover. He's just coming up through McLean's. Traction control setting 3 for Burrow Dog, so doesn't need as much as we saw with Riggsy. Into the S's, nice and smooth. The big Boatley. Seems like it's a more popular car this season as well. Last season it seemed to be the Ferrari and the McLarens. This season looks like the season of the Bentley. So he's over half a second off his best time. We've left just less than 2 minutes left in this qualifying session to set the grid. This is Season 4, Round 2, the Pro-Am division of Race on Oz. Thanks for joining us. My name's Nick. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Bit of helicopter cam there. Alright, who else is out there? We'll see if ROOZ is on a hot lap. He is. So he's 500th up as he goes down through Kramer Corner. Such a great turn, this old hairpin. Oh, looks like that was one of the Pagnian Next Level Racing cars that had a spin. Looked like it possibly could have been a McLaren. That'd be Wheezy Weston. So he's got time, or will he have time to recover and get another lap in? I'm not sure. This man definitely has enough time to finish the lap. He's a 10th up now. He's 3/10 behind Big Chopper Dog, who remains in P1. He's representing Pagnian Next Level Racing. Oh, he lost a little bit of time coming through the S's. He was almost 2/10 up. Beautiful looking Aston Martin in that black and red livery as well. I like the gold touches too. Oh, I don't know if he's going to beat his, or he's going to come close to beating his best time. No, loses it, leaves a little bit of time coming through turn 12. He'll remain P4 as we have the dying seconds of this session. Just try and pick up some of the other guys. Wheezy, he's a couple of hundreds up on his best time. So the session has finished. Let's see what they can do. So at the moment, it's Big Chopper Dog leading it from HSV. This man, Wheezy Weston, in P3. He's 3/10 off Big Chopper Dog with a 128 flat. So that was kind of the predicted area that they would be in. Makes up a little bit of ground there through the Melbourne hairpin. Can he bring it home? Gain a little bit more time? No. So we've seen a couple of drivers losing a little bit of time through turn 12. He does beat his best time, but does still remain in P3. Looks like ROOZ. Oh, okay, so we're done for the session. So our pole sitter, congratulations to Big Chopper Dog. He has now sitting his car on pole, representing Pagnian Next Level Racing. It's HSV. He's from Ignition Control Racing, ICR. Wheezy Weston, as we saw before, in P3. Bruce in P4, who we're on board with. Ortec, Riggsy, Haggis, Burradog, TT and Aaron make up your top 10. Mr. N. Wilson, didn't get to see him on the screen. Have to give him a bit of love through the race. Fresh Prince, Kamangu, kart number 1. The Branchy, Gaz's here, Metal Steel, Jono Stan and AB Saints. Alright, let me just get out of this one. And then I'll jump back in there. But good qualifying, 15 minutes. It's short and sharp. But that's what you like. It's what we're here for. We're here for the racing, not the qualifying. 60-minute race. Let me just get this all sorted. All right, jump back in and then we'll get underway. So not a bad qualifying session there. A lot of action to keep up with. But it's the 60-minute race that we're all here for. So a 2 p.m. local start. This should be a good one. We've got a good mix of cars up there. A few different teams represented. So they'll get out on track and get this one underway. So we'll just wait for it to get started and we'll kick it off. Not sure if I got in a little bit too early. Might have to go in again. No, here we are. Beautiful. All right. So all the drivers on the grid, just getting their last minute settings all sorted. Make sure they've got their fuel strategy all worked out, all their other settings, making sure that they've loaded their setups. Nothing worse than sitting on the grid and then not getting your setup loaded, and then ending up having to race with just the preloaded settings for your car. So no worse feeling than that. So drivers have got full 2 minutes to do that. And while we wait, we'll just have a look at that grid again. So it was Big Chopper Dog, a 128 flat. Pretty quick time around here. We're going to do 60 minutes tonight in the Pro-Am division. I think Vic Chan last week won the Pro division. That was in a McLaren. We'll see. There's a few McLarens in here. We'll see if they can repeat that. But it's going to have pretty tough opposition there from the Ferrari and the McLaren up the top there. But a good mix of cars. Only one Lamborghini that I can see here with Jono Stan. I believe he has a bit of a arrive and drive style. I've watched a couple of his races. I think I watched the Bathurst endurance race.
30 seconds.
That was a part of last season as well, and he went pretty well there, just sort of rocking up. So you got to respect that. Who else?
Seconds.
Ortec is in there. Riggsy. So this exciting grid. We'll see what it can produce.
10 seconds.
We've got less than 10 seconds to go in this one to get it underway and racing around Donington. Interesting track, Donington. Been around for a long time. Lots of different variations to the circuit. I think it's used for. I think it's had cars there. It's had racing bikes. It's had rock concerts there. It's had all sorts of stuff. So a lot of history. I think there's been about sort of 6 or 7 different iterations of the circuit. But we're racing on it on Assetto Corsa Competizione. And I have to say, it's great that it's a part of the British DLC on console. Alright. So these guys are going to do their warm-up lap, and then we'll get this one underway. So if you've not, if you've only just joined us, this is your first time watching in the Race on Oz series, we'll actually do a full formation lap, and we will, and then we'll get underway. So it takes a little bit of coordination from the drivers. This is obviously the Pro-Am division, so it's one tier below the pros. We have other divisions as well, AM1, AM2, and it's all, this league's all about getting better, helping each other progress through the ranks. Shout out to Andrali, thanks for the comment. Appreciate the positivity. Hope you're enjoying it. And yeah, so this is all about. So it can be a little bit hectic sometimes, but I've raced in a season of Race on Oz, and we had a couple of doozies, but it's all part of the learning process. You know, you got to fail to succeed. So I don't think we'll see any of that tonight. Have to respect HSV's attention to detail with his helmet. Same colours as the car. Loving it. Alright, so getting those tyres nice and warm. This is a game where tyre temperature matters. Tyre temperature, tyre pressures. It's probably as close to a sim as you're going to get on console. So yeah, everything matters. There's nothing really arcade about this game as there is for some other races. This is, yeah, full simulation. So getting those tyres up to temp, vital to get a good start, which we are about to do. So big chopper dog at HSV, side by side, coming around the final turn. Once they cross that line, they will go racing. Keep a nice formation. Look at that beautiful pack of cars coming up the front straight. They're about to hit the line.
Green light.
And let's go racing. So it's a good start there from Chopper Dog. Sorry, I'll get the camera right. Oh, he runs a little bit wide there. So he loses a position there. That was, I think that was one of the Selby acoustic cars coming through. And it looks like it is Bruce has dropped down to P3, Wheezy Western in P2, Ortec there in P4 on the screen. So everyone's made it through nice and cleanly. We don't have any spinners. And the clock has begun for this 60-minute race. So everyone looks like they're on their best behaviour so far. No dramas at the rear of the pack. And I think everyone's escaped the first few corners incident-free. This man here had a little bit of an incident, ran a little bit wide at turn 1, so he's dropped down from P2 to P5. But it's Big Chopper Dog leading it away from Wheezy Western and Bruise in P3. So yeah, Ortec, he snuck up there. As we see one of the Mercedes going around the outside. I think that was Riggsy. It was. So nice move from Riggsy getting past, I think that was the Ferrari of Haggis. Yep. And we've got a couple of early pitters, so that looks like it's HSV and Riggsy are both pitting. That's a McLaren in the background, one of the Pagnian Next Level Racing cars. So we've got a few guys going early on the pit stops. So a little bit of strategy at play straight away. Let's get back to the front of the field though. Alright. So this is Big Chopper Dog leading from Wheezy Western, who's going to give chase to him now. Behind him is ROOZ. Then it's Ortec in that Selby Acoustics racing vehicle. Burrow Dog's in there as well. Haggis. I'll do a quick recap in a moment. As we see Big Chopper. Oh, that happened in the pro race last week as well. The tyre bundle. As we see it going flying in the background. Stayed on the track most of the time. Not this week. It's gone flying. So off it goes. We're not going to have any issues with that. It's out of the way, the tyre bundle from the S's. Don't know who hit it. I don't know if you can get damage from that though. So it looks like it was hit pretty hard. But it's Big Chopper Dog leading the pack away. Let's have a look for a few closer battles now. Who have we got here? Haggis. Let's get to him. So he's giving chase to Burrow Dog. So Haggis representing in Ignition Control Racing, ICR, in that Ferrari. As they come through the old hairpin and then onto Starkey's Bridge. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's a pretty exciting circuit, a lot of undulations. It's definitely not flat like you see with a lot of the modern circuits. This is old school. Oops, sorry, I'm still getting used to the controls. So he's 8/10 behind. ROOZ looked like he was... Yeah, he was only 3/10 behind Wheezy Western in that McLaren. That bright yellow and red McLaren of his. So as they come through the Melbourne hairpin there. But it's Big Chopper Dog holding off Wheezy at 1.3 second gap between those two. Field is relatively spread out. So we did have a few of the... We did have a couple of drivers pit early on straight away. I'll just do a quick little race update. So it's Big Chopper Dog leading from Wheezy Western. ROOZ in P3, Ortec in P4. So he's from the Selby Acoustic Racing Team. Burrow Dog in P5, Haggis in P6, TT T504, P7, Aaron in P8, and then you've got Cart, his teammate, Cart number 1. And then Mr. M. Wilson, let's have a look at... got Cart number 1. He's giving chase to Aaron. I think these guys were teammates last season, and they're teammates again. They're both Selby Acoustic. So very nice and neatly presented car. Love the blue and the white. So this is for P8 and P9. And one of very few Aston Martins this season. I did some laps last week in the Aston Martin. It's nice. It's a nice handling car. I'm more of a Bentley man or a Mercedes man, but it was fun to do a few laps in the Aston Martin. As they come through to the turn 12, that left-hander onto the front straight. Can he make any headway now into Burrow Dog? As we see, Burrow Dog's pitted. All right, so once again, seeing a little bit of strategy play out here. Once again, if you've not joined us, firstly, welcome. Thanks for watching the stream. But there's 2 mandatory stops required. Tyres are optional. Fuel is mandatory. So often it's a case of a little fill the car up and just use a little splash and dash for your first and second stops. Tyres aren't really necessarily changed. I don't think the other drivers that have pitted for tyres either. So being endurance racing, tyre wear isn't as prominent, if you'd say. Don't deteriorate at a rapid rate like some other formulas do. So these tyres will last the full hour, no problems. Obviously need to make sure, or as we see kart number 1 sending up the inside of Aaron, his teammate. So Aaron gives him plenty of room. Is he almost going to give him too much room? Is that Ferrari of Mr. Wilson from Bruce Hale Racing? Thought might have opened up the door a little bit too much. Maybe these two might be in a party chat as well. A little bit of team orders in there, team coordination. But he's able to get that done pretty easily. Looks like Aaron will come under fire a little bit from Mr. N. Wilson. A fiery competitor. I've raced against him before in ROOZ. Good guy, really good guy, good racer. I think I saw him elevate to pro for a race or two last season as kart number 1 runs very wide. That was coming through out of the old hairpin, so easy to do there. Looks like he's got it back together now. Will he come under fire a little bit now from Aaron though, his teammate? So maybe team orders weren't in full effect. It's going to get a little bit messy here with Mr. N. Wilson just lurking in the background. He's letting Aaron know that he's there. Just weaving to the side. As they come into that down a little dip there. Now Mr. N. Wilson, his teammate Gaz is here. He's decided to join the back of these cars as well. So it's a quartet now, almost. Let's do a quick little update of the race. So it's Big Chopper Dog. He's still out in front from Wheezy Western. Pretty close out there in the front. We might get to that in a moment. Actually, let's go now. Let's go to ROOZ because that will give us a decent camera angle. But these three have really broken away from the rest of the pack. So they're coming up through McLean's. The other pack led by Ortec. Here, they're just coming through Starkey Straight now. So these two are these three in a bit of a private race of their own right now. As we approach the first 10 minutes, we're almost about to tick it off. And I have to say, it's been a decent first 10 minutes. We've seen some good racing. Seen some pit stops already. So the strategy is yet to fully play out. But we will see how it progresses. There's another Aston Martin in the field. Kart number 1 we saw before in the Aston. So was Bruce. Watched him a little bit in qualifying as well. Giving him plenty of camera time as Wheezy Western looking to make a move on Big Chopper Dog as they come up the front straight. Has to bring it nice and wide, and Bruce has got the best seat in the house, as we all do right now. Watching this battle unfold in front of us. Bruce will just be biding his time, remaining nice and patient, waiting to pounce on one of these two if they make a mistake. So let them fight it out. Keep nice and smooth as we see Wheezy make a mistake. That was coming out of the old hairpin. And Bruce is side by side. He's able to get that move done. So just as we were talking about it, Wheezy made the mistake and Bruce was able to capitalise. So he's moved himself up into P2. So the Pagny and Next Level Racing 1-2 has been broken up by this man from Gamesman Racing Team. So nice move there. I do like that helmet as well, coordinated with delivery of the car. Very high attention to detail, love it. So this is the top three. Just scanning down the field a little bit there, looking for some close battles. We've got Ortec and TT. Might get to them in a moment. Just thinking maybe this man might make a bit of a charge. None of the top 8 are yet to pit. It's a strategy yet to play out. As I say that, Wheezy Western makes a liar out of me and goes in from P3. So thanks for that, Wheezy. He's pitting. Let's have a quick look at the pit situation. So Rigsy, Burrodog, Fresh Prince, Kamangu and Metal Steel have all pitted. So I'll have to wait for that to shake out. HSV's pitted as well, as we see Bruce run a little bit wide there. Let's have a look. Ortec is... I think Branchy is pretty close to his Selby Acoustics teammate. That's Aaron. This is down in P10, P11. Wheezy Western's come out in P9, so just ahead... No, behind these guys. Sorry, P11. He's drifted down there. So obviously the rest of the field in front of him will still need to pit. So we'll just wait for them to complete their stops. And we'll see if he can make up some ground. So as I was saying, he's a pro driver. We might have a couple other pro drivers as well in here. I'm not 100% familiar with everyone right now. But it's... yeah, so it's the Mercedes of HSV in the back there as well of AB Saints. Let's get to that. That looks like a good little battle brewing. Still just getting used to these controls. Here we go. So he's going to send it up the inside. This is at the Melbourne hairpin. Nice move by HSV. So he's able to get past the Bentley of AB Saints. He started last, AB Saints. Moved up into P12, hasn't pitted yet. So nice work there from the Bruce Hale Racing driver. Not quite a match though for HSV. So he was one of the top qualifiers, P2. He's going to try and make his way through the field. Next driver on his list though is Wheezy Western, who is very close to Branchy. Let's get to that little battle. Yeah, so Wheezy's going to put all sorts of pressure on the man from the Selby Acoustics Racing team. This is down in P11. Wheezy runs a little bit wide there. So it's a bit of a reprieve for Branchy. We'll see how long that lasts. Oh, he runs a little bit wide again there. Looking steady. Traction control 2. So we've seen a variety of traction control. ABS is 2. So we've seen a few drivers with ABS 3. The real good ones, they change their traction control as they go through different corners, different controls for different corners. I was never good enough to do that. That's why I commentate and don't race. I think I'm a little bit better at the commentating than the racing. Alright, so what can Wheezy do? He's got HSV, he's catching up to these two. So Wheezy will want to get past. They've got Aaron in the Bentley as HSV gets a big snap of oversteer coming off the final turn. Wheezy's going to tuck in right behind Branchy, going through the sweeping right-hander at turn 1. This is Redgate. Runs a little bit wide. But that's just all, I think that's all part of his fastest line through there. So the gap is, in terms of time, it's 4/10. But we can physically see the gap sort of yo-yoing up and down a little bit. Just be important for Wheezy just to remain patient. This is 4th position as well. Oh, not too sure if he gave him a little nudge there. Yeah, I think that was through the old, through Starkey's Bridge. Coming now through McLean's. So you just want to remain patient. Long way to go in this one. It's probably the most cliched thing said in racing, especially endurance racing. But it's true. We've still got over 40 minutes. What can he do? Can he make the move into the Melbourne hairpin? Yes, he can. So, nice move from Wheezy. HSV's looking to follow him through here. Looks like he got a nice run off there. He's going to have to go around the outside of turn 12. So it makes it easy for Branchy to defend. Oh, HSV runs a little bit wide there, so we saw him get a big handful of oversteer on the last lap. As Wheezy's looking to build the gap now between him and Branchy. Next on his list is Aaron in the Bentley from Selby Acoustic. So he's taken one Selby Acoustic driver. He wants to get another. Let's get to HSV though. I want to see that play out. Beautiful helicopter view as they come up through. This is Starkey's Bridge into McLean's. So up the hill, and then you just clip that corner for turn 8. Axel Hammerfoot with the 3 hot dog emoji signs. I assume that is for Mr. Wheezy Weston, aka Hot Dogs, as he's known by some. HSV. He's going to send it up the inside here into turn 11, into the Melbourne hairpin. And he's able to do it. So Branchy's just lost a couple of positions in 2 laps. It's all right though. He's got AB Saints behind him in the Bentley. HSV has pitted. Riggsy in the Mercedes, he pitted very early, so did Burrow Dog. So they're down there as well. What else do we have on track in terms of action? Here's a little review as we approach the 20-minute mark in this one. So it's that man, Big Chopper Dog, out in front. Bruise in P2, Haggis in P3, then it's Ortec, TT. Kart number 1, Mr. N. Wilson in the Ferrari. Gaz is here in P8. P9's Aaron and P10's Wheezy Weston. So that's your top 10. Out of them, only one has pitted, and that's Wheezy. Let's have a look at this man, Kamangu. We haven't really seen too much of him so far. Give him a little bit of love in that Gamesman Racing Team vehicle. Beautiful black and red livery with the touches of gold. He's chasing down another McLaren. That's the Fresh Prince in front of him. So this looks like it might be a good little battle between these two. That's enough of the helicopter cam. I'm liking the helmet from Kamangu as well. Always appreciate the attention to detail. It is a beautiful game as well. I know it had a bit of a rough start on console. Doesn't always get the love like the PC version does, but still, in its own right, I think is a absolutely fantastic game. Can't speak highly enough of it. So Kamangu getting nice and close now to Fresh Prince. As they come out of that final turn, might look to make a move. Oh, he's got another. Is that another McLaren coming out there as well? So that just adds a little bit of a fly in the ointment. I think that might have put Kamangu off there. I think, just trying to check out who that is. I think that's TT. It is TT. So he's in that Pagnani Next Level Racing McLaren. So it's a McLaren, 3 McLarens in a row, 15, 16 and 17. So yeah, so Kamangu lost out a little bit there, got distracted by the car coming out of the pits, and just lost concentration for a second, ran wide in turn 1. So he's dropped behind Fresh Prince and he's lost a position to TT. That's disappointing for him because he was on the right strategy. He'd already pitted. Let's see what he can do then. Coming into the S's. Oh, you can just sense that he's a little bit frustrated. He'd be a bit upset that he lost that position through no fault of his own. Just unfortunate. Bad luck. Oh, he runs pretty wide there at the Melbourne hairpin as well. So losing even more time. So just important now for him just to mentally regroup, reset, get back in that rhythm, and do what got you to where you were earlier. Don't let yourself get too flustered, and just keep going. Very, very easy for me to say that as well. So a lot harder to do, especially when you're in the midst of it and that red mist does descend and the emotions are high. Don't know if there's any other games around in terms of with your driving games. The anger that it can produce is pretty high. Like a lot of games, I just don't think I've ever felt as angry before and frustrated with any other game other than driving games. Just that level of frustration can be extremely high. But we've got, this is Gaz's here. He's in P6. So he's representing Bruce Hale Racing. And he is right behind his teammate, Mr. N. Wilson, who is pitting. So that makes it nice and easy for Gazza. He's going to inherit P5, while Mr. N. Wilson completes the first of 2 mandatory stops. Nice lines there from Gazza. I'm enjoying that. Running nice and wide onto that green pit exit painted part of the track. Camera just struggling to keep up there. So Gazza's here. He's got kart number 1 from Selby Acoustic up ahead of him. Just do a quick update again, keep you all informed. What about Brant? Oh, we've got Burrow Dog. He's less than, he's a little bit further down. TT, so that was the battle that we were looking at earlier. So it looks like Kamangu's gotten past him. So nice work, Kamangu. So he'll want to get back onto the tail of Fresh Prince. This time though, we know that it won't be TT in the way. So hopefully he can have a clean run at it. So it looks like the most of the drivers on the page right now. Just try and refresh that. Overall, just trying to get the page set up. But it looks like all the drivers around him: Burrow Dog, Fresh Prince, Kamangu, this man TT, Metal Steel, Mr. N. Wilson, AB Saints. I think that's John Stan as well. They've all pitted. So a lot of the guys in the bottom 10 have pitted. We'll get back to the top 10 very, very shortly. As Burrow Dog, he pits for his second mandatory stop. So I think he will be the first driver of the race to get all 2 stops completed. He will be. Gaz is here and Big Chopper Dog. They're pretty close together. Wheezy Western, let's get back to him. So he pitted earlier on. He's completed 1 of 2 stops. He's giving chase to Aaron. HSV's been able to sort of follow him through here. Just keeping up on the back. So Wheezy qualified P3, HSV P2. So they're just starting to make their way through the field. They're currently P8, P9 right now, with 1 stop completed. And here's this man, Wheezy Western, sending it up the inside of Aaron at the hairpin. It's a nice smooth driving from Wheezy. He will move up into P7 once that timing screen updates. As we see Big Chopper Dog in the Ferrari, our pole sitter and most of the race leader, as that was all Aaron pitting as well. So guys from the front there, Big Chopper Dog, he's the first of the front runners. What will the rest do? Bruce, Haggis, kart number 1 and Gazza. Will they choose to pit as well, or will they keep on going? It's the beauty of this type of racing. It's a fair bit of strategy involved, and it's not your generic cookie cutter strategy either, where everyone pits at the same time. Sort of, as we see Kamangu getting right up close to Fresh Prince. So they're going to resume hostilities. This is take 2 for Kamangu. He was rudely interrupted by TT coming out of the pits earlier. So we'll see if he can have another go at it. And Big Chopper Dog, looks like he's completed both stops. So nice work, Big Chopper Dog. And who's that on the back of these 2? That's TT, yep. Okay, so the Bentley of Ortec has just slipped in there in between them. So he's broken up that trio of McLarens that have been racing together for a little while now. We're approaching the halfway mark. So 33 minutes left in this one. This is round 2 of season 4 of ROOZ. This is the Pro-Am division. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the stream. So, oh, that's TT. Looking. Ortec makes that Bentley nice and wide though as they come through the Melbourne hairpin turn 11. But we've got 4 cars all jostling for position right now. All of them... Oh no, that was Ortec turned it around. Ortec, he came together with TT. I'm not too sure if TT's given the position away there. Just caught it in the background. Just let's see. Yeah, all right. So TT's still out there, and Ortec. I think I saw Aaron duck into the pits, or thought I saw a Selby Acoustics car duck into the pits. Maybe my eyes were deceiving me. The Branchy is in there. Yeah, there we go. Here's Selby Acoustics, the Branchy, however you want to pronounce that username. Alright, so this is sort of settled down between this lot. Get back to Kamangu. We'll just have a quick look. So we're almost at halfway. Driver's yet to pit. Haggis, cart number 1, and Gaz is here. Drivers that have pitted twice. Big Chopper Dog, Burrow Dog, and Metal Steel. So the dogs are in. Oh, it's so tempting to do a who let the dogs out joke, but I won't. Alright, so Kamangu sends it up the inside, so he's finally got that position done. And he's finally been able to take fresh print, so it was a few laps in the making. He got thwarted the first time by TT, but he's been able to finally get it done. So we'll see if he can stretch his legs a little bit now with an open road in front of him, pull a bit of a gap. He's got Bruce in front of him though, who proved to be quite pacey in qualifying. So we'll see if he's got the pace to keep up with him, or to catch him first, obviously. Who else? We've got Gaz is here. So he has yet to pit. He's got cart number 1 and Haggis in front of him. And they've both not pitted yet either. So these 3 on the same similar strategy as we go bang on halfway right now. So 30 minutes done.
Keep pushing.
30 minutes to go. Been a decent 30 minutes as well. It's sort of flown by. As we see Gaza, he's finally pulled the trigger. He's going to pit. So he's decided the halfway mark was his time to pit. He's going to come in. Don't think it has pit animations in this game, so I won't bother staying on him. What about Wheezy? He's going to take advantage of this. So he's essentially going to be the de facto leader of this race now, because he's got Guzzers here's pitting, so he's dropped down to 4th. Oh, who was that in front of him? That was cart number 1. He left a little bit of dirt and debris on the track there, so we got a little bit wide. I think that was coming through the old hairpin. All right. So Wheezy's still got HSV for company. He's just hanging around there at the back. But yeah, Wheezy's essentially leading this race as the 2 cars in front of him yet to stop. What can he do? Been a bit sick lately, Wheezy. Seems to be better now. He can race. Races in go to woe. As 225 gets a stop-go penalty. Who is that? Let's have a quick look. That will be one of the Pagnia Next Level Racing cars. 225 is TT. As we see, drivers pitting. So that looks like it was Haggis and ROOZ, was it? No. So we got HSV, cart number 1, and Haggis all pitting. So the halfway marks kind of sparked a bit of flurry activity in the pits. Let's have a look at Ortec in that Bentley. So he's chasing down the Bentley of AB Saints. It was up a little bit higher earlier on, but he sort of drifted back down the pack. He's made 1 stop. What can this man here, Ortec, do as they come into the S's? Coming a little bit overcast. Only clouds indicated, so no weather, no rain. We didn't have any rain in the pro race last week. Not too sure of the... I'm pretty sure it's dry service settings. Axel Hammerfoot, he's at 5 hot dogs now, so he's at like level 5 hot dog enthusiasm. Oh, Ortec right up close behind AB Saints. So we're going to go down the hill as they come through turn 2, getting ready for Craner's corner. Then this is a really difficult corner because it's really easy to do what Ortec did there. Just drift out left. You got to get that braking mark right. If you don't have a stable car, it makes it very difficult through that turn. So it looks like he lost a little bit of time there. TT's right behind him. He has that stop-go penalty, so he will have to pit pretty soon. 30-second stop-go penalty, so that will hurt him a lot. He's down in P16. This man here, Ortec, he's in P15. Got a feeling he'll want to try and make a bit of a lunge into the Melbourne hairpin. Looks like he's a fair way back. Yeah, he is. So he's not going to get any action there on that lap. I'll just we'll do a quick scan of the field. I'll give you a little bit of an update as well, for those that are wondering. ABS 3 for Ortec, traction control 3 for him. As we see one of his Selby Acoustic teammates pitting. So I'd say that would be Branchy. So that'll be his final stop out of the way. Let's do a quick little brief of the race. So it looks like it's still Wheezy out in front, that man. Bruce in P2, Fresh Prince up there in P3. So he's just sort of just been pulled along by Wheezy there up into P3. As we see, let's get back to the racing first. That was Ortec running really wide there. I think that was just as we go through Stanley's Bridge. Starkey's Bridge. Goodness gracious, 3rd time's a charm, right? Alright, so, does TT as well, getting a bit of snap of oversteer there. Bit loose at the back. Looks good, just not fast. So we get a nice shot of the rear of the Bentley there. So still not close enough there to have a go at AB Saints, who is yet to complete his final stop. So obviously all the drivers can see who has completed stops and who hasn't, so he will be aware of that. As we see TT coming in to serve his stop-go penalty. What can Ortec do through turn 1? Alright, we'll get back to them in a moment. So I'm just trying to... Just don't want to miss any of the action. Let's have a look at Gaza in another Bentley. Just Bentleys everywhere. It's 2 Bentleys line astern here. It was 2 Bentleys line astern before. And we've got another car. It's Gaza. He's received a drive-through penalty. Oh, he's in P6. He's completed 1 stop. That is going to punch a big hole in his race. He will be very, very disappointed right now driving that Bentley. And I must say, it beautifully presented. Bentley, he's going to serve it straight away. Stop go's being cleared by TT, so he's all done. And now Gazzo is going to serve his drive-through penalty straight away. So, smart move there. Just rip the Band-Aid off, get it done. Let's see HSV. So, has he had... No, he hasn't. It was... has he had an incident somewhere? Because he was up a lot higher. Not too sure what's happened to him. Yeah, so... Yeah, he might have made it... Oh, no, maybe he's pitted. Sorry, he's probably pitted again. Because he's got the green box next to his number, indicating that all stops are complete. He's chasing down Mr. M. Wilson. So we have talked a little bit about him already. So this is for P5, P6. Big Chopper Dog completed his both of his stops to the nice from HSV. So Haggis in the Ferrari, HSV's teammate at Ignition Control Racing, ICR. But yeah, it looks like Axel Hammerfoot is pretty excited about the progress of Big Chop. Big Chop cracking heads, cracking necks, and banking checks. So yeah, I assume he's pretty excited, which is good. Alright, what do we got here? So this is Haggis, he's just catching onto them, and that man, Big Chopper Dog, down in P8, is catching up to this group of cars as well. So he did put it on pole position. Oh, as we see Mr. N. Wilson run a little bit wide, makes a bit of contact with HSV. Oh, almost a second little knock there as they were coming just through Starkey's Bridge. But no one's gone off there. But now Mr. M. Wilson, he's going to come under attack straight away from Haggis, who sends it up the inside. That's coming through Coppice. And he has got that position. Big Chopper Dog, he's coming through as well. So he's going to send it around the outside as they come into the S's. He's taken both of them. So Big Chop, nice move. He took full advantage of that. And HSV will be looking in his rear view mirror with a lot of trepidation right now. As we see, oh, that was one of the Selby acoustic cars. I think that was cart number 1. So he was on the grass just near the hairpin there. But HSV, he will have Big Chopper Dog right behind him. As we see, I think that might be Fresh Prince. It is. So in that McLaren, he's pitted from P3. Still Wheezy Western out in P1. He's only pitted once though. We've got less than 20 minutes left in this one. So we're 2/3 race distance. 26 laps. So you'd expect to see them go, say, roughly 39, 40 laps around here. Depending. But it's we're not counting laps, we're counting minutes. 60 minute timed race. Alright, so that was a little bit of excitement there, that was pretty good. I reckon let's go on board with Big Chop. Hope he doesn't mind me calling him Big Chop. Cracking name though, Big Chopper Dog, I like it. So he's just tucking in under that rear wing of HSV. Using a lot of curb on the exit through the S's. HSV just got that rear left wheel on the grass. Pulls up right close, goes up the inside. HSV runs wide, he's on the grass again. Not too sure if he's part of the Dirt Rally crew as well, but he's been on there a bit tonight, we've seen. And Big Chop is going to sort of just cut under. HSV on the grass again. So we'll see. It's a bit of a risky move to send it around the outside through turn 1, through Redgate. So you might think better of that. I'm just thinking he might have a look at him through Starkey's Bridge possibly. or around McLean's and Coppice, around there. Let's have a look at it from above. Gives you a good indication of the distance between the two cars. But these two are pretty quick. They have kart number 1 in that Aston Martin from Selby Acoustics, so he's P3, but he's yet to pit. So is his teammate Aaron and our leader Wheezy Weston from Pagnani Next Level Racing. So HSV, Big Chopper Dog and Bruce all looking in very good positions right now. Just having a look for where Wheezy is. Don't want to miss this action though, so we'll get to that in a moment. Oh, sort of just breaks traction a little bit there, Big Chopper Dog coming through the hairpin. Yeah, closing right up now on kart number 1. And he pits, so he gets himself out of the way. He pits for his final stop. Just over a quarter of an hour remaining in this one. So that will be his 2 mandatory stops completed. Put him in a decent position for Selby Acoustics Racing to get a nice haul of points. They went all right last week in the Pro Division race as well. So a couple of good weeks for them. K-Man went pretty well in the Bentley this season. All right, so Big Chopper Dog looks like he's got a pretty good run on him now. Just needs to find that rhythm. So just having a look for Wheezy where he is on the track. So he's just coming through Redgate now. So these two are coming through Coppice. So I dare say he will have enough time in his pocket to make a stop and come out in front. So he's sitting very pretty right now. HSV can't say the same for him. He's coming under attack from this man, Big Chopper Dog. He runs a little bit wide now as well, as we saw HSV do. I think Bruce did that in the background as well. It's good to see though. Mr. N. Wilson and Haggis were having a nice little battle at the back. They'll try and get to them in a moment. But is Big Chopper Dog going to be able to get this done finally on HSV? No, he's not. Alright, so got a nice little gaggle of cars there at the back. Yeah, here we go. This nice little trio. So this is Burra Dog. As we see 125 get a drive-through penalty at someone from Bruce Hale Racing. We'll get to them in a second. But have a look at this nice little three-way battle. Two Ferraris and a Bentley. So Burra Dog from Gamesman Racing Team. Mr. N. Wilson from Bruce Hale Racing. And then you got Haggis. He's from ICR, Ignition Control Racing. Oh, Haggis getting nice and close there to the rear bumper of his fellow Ferrari driver. And gets a little bit of oversteer. So 125 cleared the drive-through. Who was that? That was AB Saints. Oh, he's having a bit of a dirty day, isn't he, AB Saints? Let's get back to the set camera 1. No more of the helicopter. So we can see Mr. N. Wilson. He's got a few battle scars there on the front of his Ferrari. Been in the thick of the action. So this one's settled down between these three. Oh, love the helmet, Mr. N. Wilson. Look at that green chrome. Got to take that really wide line through turn 1 to try and get some momentum through the turn. So these two are going to go at it. Burra Dog's just sort of skipped away a little bit here. Just keep an eye at the front though for Wheezy. He's yet to pit. Drivers who are yet to pit also, Mr. N. Wilson, Haggis and Gaza, as well as AB Saints. Everyone else have completed their 2 mandatory stops. So they will go to the end. have a look at it from Haggis's perspective. Oops. Looks like he's got the blinker on. Might have accidentally flicked the switch. He does. Tell you what, that's probably one of the most frustrating things when you're driving in real life. Not racing, just driving on the open roads. Someone's got the indicator on, you're like, mate, turn it off, but you can't tell them. Not as frustrating in racing. So what can Haggis do? So Burrow Dog's able to just get a little bit of breathing room between these two. Mr. N. Wilson pitting, so he's pulled the trigger. That will leave Haggis, Gazza and Wheezy all to pit. And out in front, Big Chopper Dog. We'll get back to him. He's less than 3/10 behind HSV, so he's got the lights on now. So the level of seriousness has gone up a level. Got the lights ablazing. Me personally, I'm a flasher. Not a flasher like that, a lights flasher. You've got to use every little trick that you can. This will be a good little battle between these three cars until the end. They've all pitted. They're all up in the top. They've all been running in the top 5, top 10 most of the race. That's HSV, Chopper Dog and ROOZ, all representing 3 different teams as well, 3 different makes of cars. This will be a really interesting fight until the end. We've got just over 10 minutes remaining in this one. That weather is becoming overcast. Bit gloomy. I guess that's just the English summer. As Big Chopper Dog looking to get it done. Oh no, he's hit him! He's hit him! So he's hit HSV, he hasn't turned around, and now he might be giving that position back, is he? I'm not too sure. So he did make contact, HSV didn't go all the way around. Oh, we got a Bentley coming out of the pits as well. So we saw that earlier, interfering, not intentionally of course, just that's the nature of the track. But I don't think Big Chopper Dog's given the position back to HSV. So maybe that might be something that's discussed post-race. But Big Chopper Dog, he's in P3. In the meantime, that man Wheezy Weston decided to pit. He's come in, he's come out, and he remains in the lead. 20 seconds ahead of this little pack here. This is Big Chopper Dog. He's in P2. The man in front of him, ROOZ, he's in P3 in that Aston Martin, and then it's HSV in P4. Burrow Dog in the Bentley, P5. Haggis still yet to pit, so is Gazza. He copped that drive-through earlier on as well, so I reckon he's going to try and drag it out as far as he can, just to try and recoup as much time as possible. As we've got 10 minutes left, so 50 down, 10 to go. I don't know about you, but I've enjoyed this one and the time's gone pretty quick. I agree, Axel. It is a good position, a good battle for position 2, 3 and 4. Looks like HSV is dropping off a little bit behind these two. So I'm not too sure if he suffered damage or not in that little skirmish with Big Chopper Dog or not. But he's kind of just dropped off the back of these two. Wheezy though, he's checked out. He's gone. He's way out in front. He is just having a look at the track map. So he's just coming up through McLean's. These guys are just plummeting down through Craner Corner here. Excellent part of the track as well. And then they head back up the hill through Starkey's Bridge. And then you got the right-hander of McLean's. Drifted out nice and wide. So now's the time. You've been racing for over 50 minutes. I dare say majority of the drivers in this league, well, I don't think you can use a pad, so all of them on the wheel. So that's when a bit of the physical part of sim racing comes into play. A little bit of fatigue. You know, we all work. Well, most of us do anyway. I assume everyone works here. You know, you've worked all day and then you come home, you jump on the rig. Oh! And it can be quite intense, as with pretty intense between these two teammates. This is HSV and Haggis. Haggis, he's still got that indicator on. So I thought I saw these two going side by side. So yeah, that fatigue can start to play a little bit of a part, especially if you're, if you work a physical job. As we see the battle scars on the front of the Mercedes of HSV, remnants of his little battle with Big Chopper Dog there. The other dog, Burra, he's up in P4. So it's two dogs in P3, P4. But it's a hot dog in the lead. Wheezy Western in Pagnani Next Level Racing, representing them well this evening. We see HSV on the grass again. We've seen him on the grass a lot tonight. You just hope that he doesn't push that luck a little bit too far. Looks like we've lost a couple as well. We started with 19 runners. We're down to 17. Still a good attrition rate there though. Let's have a look. Let's get back to maybe that battle between Big Chopper and ROOZ that was brewing between those two. Love the sounds of these cars as well. That backfire as he goes down the gears. But ROOZ is proving quite the challenge to get past. I've seen the name mentioned a little bit in the Discord. Don't know too much more than that. Proving himself to be pretty rapid tonight. So he's been in the top 3 qualifying and race. Big Chopper makes his way safely through there. ROOZ getting a little bit of those 2 wheels on the grass. A little bit of a different line there from Big Chopper Dog to ROOZ, as we've got 6 minutes left. It's really a battle for P2, P3 for the podium because Wheezy has checked out. A welcome return from him. Haggis, he's yet to pit. So is Gaza. So those two stretching out as far as they can go. Let's have a look. Is there anyone else closer on track? Not really. I reckon we might stick with these guys for a bit longer. This is, after all, for the final podium position. Oh, so ROOZ has run a little bit wide there. That's given the opportunity for Big Chopper Dog to go up the inside. ROOZ got pretty good traction off the final turn. He's got the inside line for turn 1 though, so he will be able to defend pretty easily. He's got to make Big Chopper Dog go around the outside. Doesn't touch, so good clean driving from both of them. ROOZ is able to maintain, but you really have to wonder how much longer can he do that for. Big Chopper Dog is coming. He's on a charge right now. He wants that P2. Oh, he's run a little bit wide there. Just coming out of the old hairpin. So all of that hard work, time is starting to be the enemy. 4.5 minutes left in this one. Probably another 2 or 3 laps, maybe 4 left, just depending on how far ahead Wheezy gets. He'd be kicking himself though. He's going to have to regroup and reset and go again and see if he can make another shot at it. Okay, so where are we at? So this is it's a Bentley. I don't know if he got in the way there. He's trying to keep offline out of the way though. Can be quite difficult though when you've got the faster drivers coming through. Even though you see the blue flags, can be a little bit difficult to know where to get out of the way. So it doesn't look like it had too much of an effect. And that Bentley, that was one of the Bruce Hale racing cars. Wonder if that was Gaza. No, I don't think so. He's down in P8. Doesn't say he's going into the pits anyway. AB Saints. He's don't think he's enjoyed today, the race. Let's step away from these two and get to have a look at Haggis, HSV and Riggsy. So he pitted very, very early on, Riggsy, within the opening laps. He stopped. So he's having a good race. He's in P7. Oh, looking up the inside of Riggsy. Oh, sorry, of Haggis. You would have to assume, and it is dangerous to assume, Haggis could potentially be Scottish, possibly. Good to see if it is. Multinational league. So these three are going to be battling it out until the end. Riggsy got a really good run. Oh no, he's hit Haggis. So Haggis got a little bit sort of slippery out, got a little bit sideways out there. He collects the tyre bundle as well. That comes onto the track. And he's run deep at the hairpin as well. And Riggsy's staying behind too, so looks like he's going to take that position now. Is he going to give it back? What's happening? So gentlemanly driving there. Maybe Haggis has got some damage. Is he going to pit? Yes, he is. Alright, and so does the Bruce Hull Racing Bentley of Gaz's here. So he finally pits too. Alright, so unfortunate for Haggis there at the end. They might have a chat about that after the race. We've got 90 seconds left in this one. It's Wheezy, 10 seconds out in front. So this race is his to lose right now, but P2, P3 are still up for grabs. It's Bruce and Big Chopper Dog. Bruce is from the Gamesman Racing Team. Big Chopper Dog, he's from Pagnian, Next Level Racing. So it's a 1-3 for Pagnian. Gamesman getting a nice little haul of points there with Riggsy in P6. Fresh Prince from Pagnian in P8. And then who else do we have in there? We've got Aaron from Selby Acoustics. Leader is on the final lap. All right. We'll keep an eye on Wheezy out in front. But this is it. This is it for Big Chopper Dog. He's got this lap to do it to get past Bruce. He got close earlier on, but couldn't quite pull it off. The lights are blazing on that yellow Ferrari, so you can't miss him. Fuel load will be right down. Car's at its lightest now. Tyres still have a fair bit of life in them. Just seeing as Wheezy had something happen here. I think he might have. Has he had a bit of an off? Oh, he was like 10 seconds up ahead. Now he's only 2.3. So this is going to be a legitimate race to the line. I don't know what happened to Wheezy at the end there. If he must have had some sort of mistake. Now this is the top three. This is for the lead. Bruce is going to send it up the inside. Down the Melbourne hairpin. Can't get it done. Does that open up the door for Big Chopper Dog? They're going to race until the end. Wow, what a cracking race. I'm not too sure what happened to Wheezy. They come around the final turn. It's going to be Wheezy's. Oh, no, he's turned it around. Oh, he's lost it at the last turn. Literally the halfway through the last turn, and Big Chopper Dog has taken P2. Bruce has taken P1. He lost it at the final corner. Oh my goodness, I don't know what happened to him. He was 10 seconds ahead, but he's lost it at the final turn. What happened, Wheezy? Oh my goodness. Has he finished yet? No, he's gone into the pits. Fresh Prince, he's going to come across the line. Oh, high drama. He was pretty much in the lead for about 59 minutes and 45 seconds. He lost it right where pretty much Fresh Prince is right now, as he comes home flashing the lights to take a well-deserved P8. It's going to be the Selby Acoustics car, cart number 1, come home in, P8, P7 with Fresh Prince. Kamangu, good drive by him, and Wheezy's ended up in P10. So, oh my goodness. What about Mr. M. Wilson? He's going to come home in P11. Branchy P15, Haggis P16, and AB Saints P17. So, wow, it was weird. I don't want to say, I hate saying it, but maybe it was the commentator's curse. I did say it was his to lose. So I do apologise for that, Wheezy, but not too sure what happened. But for this one, though, this has been round 2 of season 4 of ROOZ. This is Pro-Am. It's Bruce from the Gamesman Racing Team who has taken the win on literally the last corner of the last lap of the race from Big Chopper Dog and then Burrow Dog. Well-deserved P3 in that Bentley. So it's been a Gamesman 1-3. So a double podium for those guys. Whew, all right. That was really exciting towards the end. So, look, I hope you all enjoyed that. That was season 4, round 2 Pro-Am of ROOZ. All right. Well, we'll be back next week for the pro race. So until then, enjoy the rest of your week. Take it easy. Stay safe. My name's Nick. I will see you next time.